everybody, and welcome back to Shadows over Ravenloft. Some announcements before we begin. If you check out... Oh, fuck! Bang! Tonight, if you're watching, hopefully people are, because it's our year anniversary of streaming on Twitch tonight. Meaning I'll be giving away some RPG PDFs at the break, because we're going to do a break for all the games now, because I don't want people sitting on their butts for, you know, going on 3 hours straight without having to get up and stretch and stuff.
Circulation.
Yeah, you don't want to, like, go to bed at the end of the night like me with very cold feet. That's a story for another time. And other stuff. So yeah, at the break we're going to be doing some giveaways for Kids on Bikes, the PDF, the rulebook for that, the rulebook for Tales from the Loop, which is another sort of, everyone's playing kids with robots. And I think in Kids on Bikes the kids can die, so if you're into that, you know, if you liked It and Stranger Things. And then we'll be giving away a PDF for Fizzle Blimp's Sugarland. A RPG, well, not an RPG, a one-shot I made myself, adventure you can buy on DM's Guild that takes place in Waterdeep City, in D&D, obviously, and the players go into a candy factory to sort of deal with a crazy goblin named Fizzle Blimp. Basically, it's Willy Wonka meets D&D. So that'll be one of the prizes tonight, if enough people are here. If not, whatever. Thanks for watching, everybody. Garrett is currently dead, so we will...
God rest his soul.
Keep going. So, oh, and we have a podcast up on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. You can check it out, Mimics and Monstrosities, and listen to Demystifying DMing, which is a show all about being a dungeon master by Samuel. You all know him. Speaking of Sam, no Soldiers of the Lich Queen tomorrow because... Not tomorrow. No Soldiers of the Lich Queen Sunday. Because Sam's away on a field trip and everyone's just going to be chilling. So, everybody can have their Sunday to stay in bed if they want. So yeah, no Soldiers of the Lich Queen Sunday. Pretty self-explanatory. Was going to do a one-shot, but I decided not to. Anyways, last time on Shadows over Ravenloft, y'all ended up on a derelict kind of rotting ship in the middle of the Sea of Sorrows, and it turned out that the ship, after some exploring and finding really weird corpses covered in moss and coins covered in mold, the ship turned out to be a giant mimic, and it also seemed to be harboring a very weird creature that could take on the form of others. A type of ooze creature known as an Oblex that I modified a little bit to make it more fun.
It's like an Oblex barnacle on that ship.
It was
kind of fucking...
And if you buy the Shadows over Ravenloft Adventure module that I'm currently trying to make, that encounter might be in there for parties to come across. And you can probably find out what was with the gold and everything. Anyways, so during the encounter, unfortunately, Nesla and Una both perished, having been devoured by the ship and sort of being digested inside of it. After the ship was destroyed, you all kind of were floating on this amorphous blob in the middle of the ocean, and Una was reincarnated in the body of a grung for some reason, and eventually the party just kind of took Nesla's body to a nearby lighthouse that they were destined to go to once they washed ashore, and met a familiar figure inside the lighthouse, a very older Ophelia, who brought Nesla back to life and explained she knew this was going to be happening, and explained that the future was very much theirs to mend and mold. Perhaps. The party all went upstairs to kind of look into the beacon of the lighthouse to kind of see where their destinies lied, and wasn't really great for anybody. No one really had a good kind of peek through that beacon. But you all kind of got a glimpse of how your stories may end if nothing is sort of circumvented and the dark powers aren't beaten. Eventually, getting somewhat upset about your futures in Ravenloft, you all descended back down into the lighthouse to sort of have a dinner and everything prepared by old Ophelia, and just have some conversations with her, talk to her and stuff, and she was still pranking Bernard. And eventually you all kind of went to sleep, and in the morning Ophelia found that her future self, one of her possible future selves, had died during the night, and she gave the party a future version of the carriage that Strahd had given them. This one a little magical and with a little bit of enhancements put onto it that nobody really knows the full extent of those enhancements yet. They buried Ophelia with her family and also by the graves of her, Nesla, Una, and Bernard. And you all climbed aboard the stagecoach, and said aloud the destination you're headed to as Mordenheim. And the stagecoach, seemingly without anything pulling it, began to move across the ocean towards dry land once more, back towards the core of Ravenloft, towards Mordenheim. And it's moving quite fast. And that's where we're going to pick up with you guys all inside the sort of foyer of the stagecoach. It's so definitely bigger on the inside.
Yeah, break it down for me, Justin. Like, so we don't have anybody sitting at the front of the stagecoach.
No, it's pulling itself
looking
in the most direct direction.
Okay. So all of us are kind of at the back or the side where there's like a landing, so to speak.
So you are all standing in a foyer with multiple rooms branching off from this foyer. It is fresh and warm and clean. Furnishings and other objects sort of decorate this place. And you get the sense nothing that is created by the carriage can be taken out of the carriage. Things you create in the carriage, should you choose to do so, can be removed. And from each kind of doorway, you can see labeled on the door, it says kitchen, library, rest area, forge, arcanum, apothecary, and bedrooms.
Oh wow, this is really something. Good job, Doctor. Wow.
Yes, wow, indeed.
You really got to work, huh?
I guess a lifetime of isolation, you learn how to do some stuff, yes?
Huh. Well, hope you guys don't mind. I'm gonna go check out that library, see if past you, future you, Doctor, happens to have anything we could learn.
By all means, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. And he starts walking to the library.
You open the door to the library, and it's 3 floors of just bookshelves. It's a comforting place and is always lit brightly by floating purple candles.
You've really outdone yourself. It's really... Wow. Okay.
And he just starts going through and trying to figure out like the how they're alphabetized.
The books don't
Whether
have
it's
any
by
titles.
title
No
or by
titles at all.
okay, or authors.
No authors at all.
Oh, that makes it very difficult.
It's all just her diaries.
Bookson is going to be very methodical.
Okay.
Start at the bottom left.
Okay.
And just start from that book, kind of get the gist of it, and then put it back,
Blank.
and then go to the next one.
Blank.
Oh, dang it.
So, mechanic-wise, a character can spend the equivalent of a short rest in here attempting to gather information on a subject. They may do this once per day, must succeed in an investigation check, and if successful, they find 3 important pieces of information regarding the subject they're searching for.
Okay. We just decided to take us to Mordenheim, so we should probably research what's going on with that place.
I imagine that what you just told me is what Bunsen is intuiting, right?
Most likely.
Okay.
You have to create the
then-
knowledge for yourself.
Right. So then while he reaches for a book, he's going to think of Mordenheim. And
Okay.
he's going to pretty much just spend an hour trying to
Okay.
figure things out.
This will be your use of that for the day. So give me an investigation check.
Okay. Ooh. That is a 28.
Alright. That beats the DC by 8.
Oof. Sweet.
And you pick up a book, you're drawn to a book, and you open it, and the pages just fill themselves.
Oh, well, look what we got here.
I get to give you 3 important pieces of information in as much detail as decided by myself.
All right.
Well, you don't have to do it immediately. We can go
I'm
to
not
other
going into
people.
yeah, no.
But...
Yeah.
Okay.
What's everybody else doing? Bernard just scoots off towards the library.
We're still in the foyer. Is there a fireplace, mantle?
Not in the foyer.
I'll go check out the rest area then.
Okay. You walk in, and it's currently empty. It's a living area. You can get the gist, it's a living area. There's an empty fireplace, but there's no furniture or anything. And you feel this kind of overwhelming thought to just think of something.
Oh yeah, definitely think of the mantle that I was looking for then.
The mantle appears on the fireplace in the exact way you imagined it.
Okay. Definitely imagine thick piece of wood carved around the edge, and in the center there will be a glass case.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm going to do is take the original mini carriage
Okay.
and place it inside that glass case.
Okay.
I'm going to think of like a cat-sized pillow and put it right in front of the fireplace.
It appears. A big, purple, fluffy, cat-sized pillow.
I'll lay down.
Okay. Una, where are you headed to? If anywhere.
Una's watching Nesla get cozy, and she is gonna start kind of wandering, poking her head around, see if there's any bedrooms around.
There is. You can find a door that says bedrooms.
Do they have any specific names on them, or are they all just like blank?
All of your names are on the door. Una, Nesla, Ophelia and Bernard each have a separate door.
She's gonna go towards the one that says Una.
Alright, you open it. And it is empty. Sorry, there's 12 bedrooms, but 4 of them have your names on them. But as you open the door, it's empty. But there's a figure standing in the room, and you can see a kind of doorway to the side that smells of like soaps and oils. And there's a figure standing in the middle of your kind of bedroom. It's almost transparent and see-through, kind of like a specter. No real set appearance. They're kind of blank-faced, no hair, no facial features, but they are wearing like a nice kind of Victorian era gothic kind of like outfit. And they're like, "Hello."
And you would be.
Oh,
Do you have a name?
I am your spectral assistant. I shall see to your demands while you are in your own private bathhouse. And the figure gestures a hand towards the adjacent room. Also, if you wish to decorate this room, well, it'll fill with your tastes and desires. And almost immediately the room starts just to decorate itself to kind of meet your kind of standards.
She's looking at the assistant. She's just like, can you find me some nice clothes? I want some nice gloves.
All right. And a pair of gloves just magically appear on the bed.
Una goes over to the bed and puts them on. She's just like, at least I can't poison Nesla now. That's nice. She
Yes.
walks over to where the bathhouse is to kind of see what he's talking about.
There's a 40 by 40 foot pool of water scented to your imagination. And steam is just kind of filling the room, but it never goes through the doorway. Even though it's an open doorway, it never goes through the doorway. It's scented to whatever you desire.
Would probably smell like a campfire in here.
Okay.
Kind of smoky.
Yeah.
And
Smells like
Una's just
campfire.
gonna go jump into the pool and like sink down to the bottom.
Yeah, it's 40 feet deep.
She doesn't need to breathe.
Nope, you just...
She's just like... That's what she's doing.
Okay. Ophelia.
That sounds like excellent meditation atmosphere. Oof.
Ophelia is going to try and hunt down some paper so she can write a letter. So, first place you'd probably check, probably a library. So she's going to be fishing around in there for
Alright.
some paper.
You walk into the library? Nope, it's all just books. You see Bernard kind of sitting in like a big, high-backed, suede, red chair.
But he doesn't notice you. He doesn't notice that you entered, no matter
No,
if you're trying to be stealthy or not. You like probably bump something on the way in there, and Bunsen doesn't even notice.
but you said the pages of the books are blank.
No, but
Could
they
I rip
appear.
one out?
Oh, right.
Okay, so you like walk over to a book and open one,
Yeah.
and you go to rip the page out.
Yes.
You rip the page out, and it's in your hand for maybe a second before reappearing back in the book.
Damn it. Just gonna toss the book back.
It kind of just floats back towards the shelf and resets itself.
Then she's gonna just hunt through the rest of the rooms and try and find some paper so she
Okay.
can write.
You eventually find yourself in the Arcanum. And it's a dark room filled with magical equipment and devices that allow for the production of magical creations. And you just walk in and you can see everything labeled weirdly, like in alphabetical order, labeled like ingredients, like magical ingredients. And you can just find parchment
go take some
Mhm.
and then take it back to her room.
Okay. And you go to your room, and the same thing. Currently undecorated, no furniture, but as you walk in, it kind of forms to your tastes, whatever that may be, and a spectral figure appears. Ah, hello, Ophelia. You look different. Younger.
Yes. Hello, it's me.
The room will decorate itself to your desires, and it slowly starts to do that, however you choose to have that. And he's like, and over here is your personal bathhouse. While you're in there, I can attend to every demand you may have. It is scented to your desires.
Yes.
And it's very deep,
Can
so I
you-
hope you can swim.
We will discuss that later. Can you find me a pen and some ink?
It kind of disappears on a bedside table.
Oh,
The room
you
molds to your needs. There are restrictions. It won't create magical items in here.
Yes. I don't plan to make something magical right now. I just would like to be alone for a minute, if I may.
Oh, right. And he kind of just disappears. Just
Then she's gonna sit down at her desk that is in there,
mhm.
and she's gonna finally write her goddamn letter. Just work on that for the hour.
Okay. Bernard. Back to you in the library.
This is all very interesting.
Mordenheim is a private residence. It is not a settlement or anything. It is a private residence that houses Dr. Mordenheim's laboratory. A being known as Adam was created in Dr. Mordenheim's laboratory. It is otherwise abandoned aside from the crazed and lunatic Dr. Mordenheim, who lives alone.
Okay.
Whoops. Might have picked the wrong place. Not sure what we could get from being here. But maybe you could tell us something about where we might need to go. Oh boy. Ooh.
And he looks at the text, and I imagine it's like triple underlined that he's crazy. Like
Yeah.
Dr. Mordenheim, crazy, underline, underline, underline.
Okay. Ooh. I better tell
Well,
people about this.
sorry, not crazy. Sorry, it would have been the book amends itself. Scribbles it out. Likes corpses.
Ooh.
Is likes underlined 3 times? Because that makes kind of a big difference.
No.
Okay.
Doesn't like fancy corpses. He just
Okay.
has it's more of a fascination.
That sounds kind of dangerous. Yeah, I'll need to talk to the group, see if we need to kind of go and not do that. Oh boy.
And Bunsen's, I guess he's gonna get up and start walking to explore and find Dr. Bauer.
Okay. Una, you're just basically resting in the water. Okay. Nesla, you're resting by the pillow.
Yes.
Okay. Ophelia, you're writing your letter.
Yes, yes.
Guys.
Bunsen gets to the foyer where everything's kind of connected.
And just like, guys. Hey.
Una will not hear you because she is underwater.
Yeah.
You see Nesla's head kind of come up and turn around.
Doctor.
Does Ophelia heal this?
Most likely.
She's gonna fold the letter up and hide it and get out of the room. She's like, what?
I just did a bit of research about this Mordenheim place. Doesn't look good. The guy there sounds really creepy. He's into corpses. Like
Into corpses or like into corpses?
it wasn't very detailed, but I am gonna play it. I mean, I think we should play it safe, and I don't know which. It just says that he likes corpses. Like there's a fascination. I'm inclined to think. So I mean, I don't. I want to leave it up to the group, but there might be better places to go. Maybe we should circle the places where we know there's some shards of that sword. What do you guys think? Just circle the places on the map so that we keep track of it.
All right, I'm going to imagine that there is a wall-sized painting of the map.
Nothing appears because you're in the foyer. Because Bernard was in the foyer.
Oh, okay. So it changes based on who's in there.
Nope, you have to be in the rest area to imagine decorations. You guys are currently in the foyer.
Oh, I thought you had said.
No,
it was
Bernard
empty.
Bernard went into the foyer and she was shouting for everybody.
Oh no, I was thinking about the mantle and the cat pillow.
Yeah, that would have appeared in the rest area when you went there.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was confusing the two rooms. All right.
Well,
So I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, I'd like to just kind of pursue these shards first, because I don't think we could really take on any of these dark ones without the dark powers, without a little extra spice. If you know what I mean.
You guys
And he
feel
pulls out the field.
You guys feel a sudden shift of movement. And you hear old Felia's voice throughout the... You have arrived at your destination.
Oh, beads.
I don't like that. I gotta change that. I don't.
Does Una hear this under the water?
Yes.
Una swims up to the top, gets off, shakes herself off, and goes by her assistant, just like, thank you for that lovely, lovely place. Thanks for the gloves. And she walks over and finds the group.
Okay.
You are dripping wet. You are going to catch a cold. Dry off.
Fine. And she goes over to Nesla, rubs part of her like wet skin on his fur jokingly.
Oh God.
I was gonna say the only exposed fur would be my paws, feet, and head.
I just grab a paw and just...
For your tail.
Oh yeah, tail.
And you guys hear a knocking on the side of your stagecoach door. Just a...
Okay, I'll go wait about it, guys.
Bunsen gets over there, opens up
The door. What do you want?
And when you open up the door, you look back and you just see the interior of the stagecoach. No foyer or your friends or anything. And standing on the other side of the door is this hunched over figure, kind of bulbous head almost, with a can. They're like, oh, I am What's your name? Why are you here? Are you here to see my master?
Bunsen immediately closes the door.
Oh, that
Like,
was
right.
rude.
Guys, we need to make a decision here.
Knocks on the door again.
Bunsen is not the good bastion of diplomacy. Okay. He opens up the
Okay.
door again.
Yeah, okay. What?
That was rude.
Sorry. Yeah, sure. We, Ophelia!
Coming. Get back in there. Get back in.
Okay.
Alright, Ophelia,
We would love to come meet your master.
you come over and you see this hunched over human, like he's got a very broken back almost, kind of disfigured face, and kind of balding, not a lot of hair. Okay.
What's your name?
Igor.
Igor. Oh, that is a lovely name. I'm Ophelia. How are you?
Sore. I get sent down to the gates every time people stop. And he kind of gestures back, and there's like these huge wrought iron gates, and it's a good like steep incline up a hill, and he did not come down with a horse or anything. He had to walk.
Oh, you poor thing. Your master seems very mean.
No, he's actually really good to me. He's working on fixing my back.
Oh, well, then that's all right then. What is your master's name?
Dr. Victor Mordenheim.
Ah, well, we would love to meet him.
Excellent, this way. And he kind of just limps towards the gates, and they just open. And he kind of just like moves, he steps aside.
Hello.
Up the path. I'll see you in an hour.
All right. Goodbye. I'm just gonna close the door.
Okay.
Tell the carriage to go up the path.
It starts to go up the path. And there are still windows. You can like see out the windows, kind of, before you descend into the foyer. And you can just see him shuffling up the hill very slowly.
Should we stop and let him come with us?
No. I mean, he's...
When Bunsen looked at this guy, what did he gather of his disposition?
Very disfigured human.
Okay. So
Almost a
he wasn't getting any
servant.
like undead vibes
Nope,
from him though?
100%
Okay.
human.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we could have him hitch a ride, but I don't want to let him inside.
Nesla, Una, what are your thoughts? Do we let him catch a ride with us?
The carriage is already at the top of the hill.
Ah, fuck.
It's incredibly fast.
Well,
Ka-choo.
well, I just wanted known that I did think of him. I did have regrets about leaving him, but they are gone now.
That's what all of us should do. Kind of move on, no regrets. That's okay. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, so you want to go talk to the corpse keeper.
I mean, that's what it's kind of looking like. We already put the time to go in here, so we need to get more information.
We will be fine. We just can't give him any corpses. Direct look at Una.
You muted? We can't hear you. No, we can't hear you. Nothing.
But it's so warm and dry in here. And corpseless.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, hopefully he doesn't need more corpses like ours or anything. I mean, that'd be the biggest thing. So I'm in agreement that we should kind of take care of each other in this regard. Because I mean, as much as I think you guys are a little weird, I don't want you to die anymore. That's kind of a bummer.
Well, I do appreciate that, Bunsen. But death isn't all that bad, you know. Maybe next time I'll come back as Tabaxi.
Okay, you know what? You're weird, okay? Like, other people don't come back like you do. That's just weird. Why does that happen? What's going on with you?
It's just a thing, Bunsen.
What kind of dark deal did you make that has you come back every time you die?
It wasn't a dark deal, okay? More of
But it was a
gray
deal.
Eh, that's a story for another time, you know.
I mean, come on. I mean, we're right here. How long can it be?
Hello?
Oh, dang. Alright.
Everyone?
Una
That's
just
behavior.
glances towards Nesla.
Hello?
Hello? 1 moment, please.
I'll
Alright.
squat down so Una can climb up.
Hello?
Right.
Bunsen goes over, opens the door.
What?
You see standing before you a very handsome human man. Kind of blonde hair. Blondish brown hair. It's kind of graying on the sides. Kind of like parted in like a quiff style. He's wearing a long kind of white frock-ish coat. Underneath there's like a gray kind of waistcoat and a big old black cravat, necktie, and some kind of just ordinary pants and brown leather shoes. He's like, hello, I am Dr. Victor Mordenheim.
So yeah, I heard you like corpses. Can you tell us where to find some shards?
The fuck are you talking about?
Pardon my friend.
Oh,
he,
darn. Okay.
He's incredibly
He-
rude.
He can be sometimes. Forgive him. He's not a people person.
I can tell. As for the corpse question, I experiment on them, try to bring them back to life. And he gestures towards the tallest tower of his laboratory / keep / castle. And there's like a huge kind of metal contraption on the roof. And a spark of light, and just in that moment, a peal of lightning just hits it, and electricity just runs down through it. He's like, I've been using that to bring the dead back, but unfortunately it hasn't been working out too well.
That sounds very unfortunate.
Why are you here, exactly?
We are traveling, looking for information that my friend did ask for a little rudely.
I don't know what he means by shards.
Doctor, why don't you show him?
Well, come in. The weather is piss out here. And he kind of just opens the doors and steps inside. And it's a very beautiful, like, Gothic, Victorian manor entryway. And Igor eventually catches up. He's like, he kind of just limps inside.
Bunsen is going to, like, against his, like, I guess against his own personal inclinations, he's going to lean down to Una and be like,
Hey, I think with this guy, you probably should mention that you could be brought back to life a lot.
Una just leans closer and be like, I had the exact same thought, Doctor, but thank you. Just pats him on the shoulder or arm because she's so short now.
Yeah.
Come in, everyone.
Bunsen took a knee. Bunsen took a knee to get down to, like, to you.
Get out of the weather. It's very bad out. I think we're going to have some blood rain soon. Come.
Blood rain.
Oh yes, the skies rain blood in this area of the core every once in a while.
Opelia's just gonna turn back to the group and just be like,
Yeah, that's unsanitary.
And in that moment, a little droplet of red just splashes on the ground in front of you. He's like, oh, it started already.
Any
Thanks.
particular blood?
Don't really know. Apparently, the myths in the story say it's the blood of everyone who's died in Ravenloft.
So you know, right before a storm, how there's that kind of gush of wind that happens.
Oh, yeah.
And, like the wind picks up. I imagine on that wind, there's just
Copper.
an immense smell of copper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy. Yep, I can smell it coming. Oh boy. Yep. Okay, guys.
Your carriage, is it safe when you're on the roads? Just in case, if there's the blood rain, that's when the undead like to come out and roam around in massive packs of 100 or so. So
How do you do the shrinky thing? How does that work?
the shrinky thing. I'm just gonna think about it shrinking.
it shrinks.
Ah,
Oh, that is
Golem.
very impressive.
I am a genius. I love myself.
We might have to go over notes sometimes, said Genius. Come inside, and the rain just starts to pour. Just
Opelia's
As
gonna
soon
pick
as
up the
Nesla-
carriage.
Yeah, as soon as Nesla sees the rain, he's heading for the door.
all right. Just you guys do get a little bit damp from the blood rain, and you come inside, and the doors close, and
As they hit Bunsen, they go.
Oh,
yeah,
the smell
sizzling.
of burning blood.
Not a good smell.
Yeah.
And he kind of picks up a nearby candelabra and just lights it with a another candle. Just, this way, everyone. We have the rest area just over here. And it kind of just takes a left through a set of open doors. You can see emanating, you can hear the crackling of a fireplace.
So you, Sir Dr. Mordenheim, what was your title again?
Dr. Victor Mordenheim.
Another doctor.
And he looks at Dr. Bauer.
That's interesting.
Ah.
What do you both study, or which of you are doctors?
I'm an archaeologist.
Oh, interesting. And you?
I'm a doctor of the mind.
Oh, interesting. I am a doctor of... medicine?
Hmm.
both Bunsen and Ophelia kind of turn their head. Oh,
Huh.
Huh. I mean, that's
Forgot
the
those
one.
existed for a minute.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Bunsen looks over here.
I mean, that is kind of the one that people defer to when they think of doctor, isn't it? Yeah, I guess that's.
Yeah.
And you guys all kind of get into the living area, and fireplace is roaring, it's warm. Igor is kind of like stoking the fire. And on the mantelpiece, there's pictures of Dr. Mordenheim with a woman in his arms, same age as him, and they're just kind of... And he's like, Igor, please get our guests refreshments. Anything in particular that wets your whistle?
Do you have tea?
I do, of course.
So something that's kind of rare, but I mean, maybe you have it. Clean water.
Why would I not have clean water?
I mean, based on what I've seen from this realm, that's just it doesn't come around very often.
I'm a doctor, of course I have clean water.
Amazing. I will take a glass of clean water.
Excellent. He looks at Nesla and Una. Anything that will wet your whistles?
You got any wine in this wonderful
Of
establishment?
course, I have all
yours?
kinds of wine. I have very old vintages as well. Hundreds of years old.
Perfect.
And for you, and he looks at Nesla.
I would enjoy a glass of wine.
Wonderful. Igor, fetch our guests the drinks, please. I myself will have a glass of brandy. Thank you.
brandy. He's probably gonna have it in a different glass than everyone else, huh? Because it's a brandy. He's got his own little brandy glass.
Igor kind of goes, "Yes, master," and kind of just shuffles off.
Oh, he is an interesting creature. Is he one of your creations?
He looks at you like that was a very rude question, and then kind of just composes himself for a minute. No, Igor was my assistant when I was in medical school. And unfortunately, an accident befell him, and I took him into my home to take care of him, as no one else would. He was tossed out on the streets for his deformities.
Well, you seem like a kind man.
I try to be.
That is all
But
we can do is try.
Bunsen completely buys into this. He's like, oh, gosh, that's actually real nice.
This place is not forgiving to those who are different. A lot of people see Igor and think, monster, kill him. That's why I put the gate around the property. The villagers nearby would come here every so often trying to kill Igor, thinking he was some sort of abomination I made. But unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, it's not the word the DM wanted to use. But unfortunately, he is just a man.
Well, he's been pretty nice so far. Despite me, I kind of am a little abrasive sometimes.
He's used to it. It probably didn't even register. Well, who knows?
I mean, I'm kind of used. I mean, I get where he might be coming from. I mean, I wasn't always like this. I mean, this body is still kind of a little awkward, but I used to be pretty frail, and people would kind of judge, approached me and looked at me different because of it. So,
We all look a little different.
yeah. So we're on a search,
And he pulls out the hilt with
Mhm.
the other shards that are in the sword.
we're kind of looking to get out of here, I guess. And we kind of got put on a trajectory, and we're looking for shards of this sword. Have you seen anything like these that are in this coloration that might be nearby?
I have not. Igor may have.
Oh, really?
Eventually, Igor kind of comes back with like a serving tray, a silver platter, and he's kind of shaking a little bit because he's having issue carrying it with one hand. And Dr.
Oh, here,
Dr.
buddy.
Mordenheim stands up and goes, Thank you, Igor." And he hands Ophelia a tea. It is. It smells a lot like lavender and turmeric for some reason, and just a lot of other combination of spices. It's like someone mixed chai with lavender and chamomile. It was very herby.
Interesting. Chamomile. Is he trying to put me to sleep?
No.
Probably just relax you.
He sees you kind of smell like chamomile and kind of get a little apprehensive. He's like, "This is a terrible place. You have no need to worry."
Forgive me for not being so trusting. As you say, it is a terrible place.
It is a terrible place. He hands Bernard a glass of water.
Yeah, Bernard grabs it, sniffs it. Smell anything?
Yeah, no, it just smells like water.
Excellent. Glug, 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 glug.
Yeah,
glug.
it's clean. Hands
That was
Nesla
amazing.
a wine goblet and Ophelia a wine goblet. He takes his own little glass of brandy and just sips it. The wine comes from Barovia.
Ooh,
It's
really?
one of the last barrels of the winery that was there before it stopped producing about a year ago.
The other doctor and I, Dr. Bauer and I, that's where we came aground, so to speak. in
Hmm.
this realm. Was it
Interesting.
Barovia?
Interesting. Not a nice place.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
I heard the Dark Lord of that place, and he kind of just goes, died.
Well, I mean, there's another one.
Oh, interesting. Didn't
Yeah,
take long.
Arguably worse.
a lot worse.
Oh,
Yeah.
didn't think that could be possible. Strahd was what you'd call a dick.
Well, theory of relativity, compared to her, he's kind of a saint.
No, I wouldn't say. No, come on now. Not a saint. Not a saint.
Well,
He's a.
I shouldn't
I mean,
speak.
there's a difference between a. Oh yeah, go
A
ahead.
lot of the Dark Lords here are cursed to sort of bow to the wills of the Dark Power, so
Dickery.
most of them are doing it against their will. And Igor kind of just like nudges him a little bit. Master. Oh, yes, Igor. Can you please look at that for the nice man over there? And Igor kind of limps over. Oh, yes?
Yeah. Have you seen any of these shards before? I mean, it's part of a full blade. I'm not quite sure how long it gets, but the beginnings of something right there. Based on what I've for my blacksmithing knowledge, it should probably end up being about a long sword, maybe based on
Oh.
the thickness.
Master, it looks a lot like the shard that was taunted around by Lord Soth. Lord Soth, that name does sound familiar. Ah, yes, the old Dark Lord of Sithakis. Lord Soth, the Death Knight. He came from... Have you ever... So, what world do you all come from?
I'm from Faerun.
Faerun. I assume the rest of you are from Faerun. He looks at Nesla and Una. Where do you come from? Interesting.
I was born of Harmonia.
Oh, so you're a soul of this place. Never seen anywhere else. Interesting. He kind of leans in close to you. Do you have a soul? Most people born in Ravenloft are born without a soul.
I'm not sure.
Let's find out for a moment.
Excuse me?
Oh no, nothing bad, sorry. Have you seen anyone die before?
I've seen many deaths.
How do they make you feel? Do you feel emotion?
Depends on the person.
Yeah, do you feel emotion when that happens? Do you ever feel emotion?
If it's someone I care for.
Then you have a soul. That's good to hear for you all. He has a soul. He looks at Una. Where are you from?
Same place as my companion, Nesla there, Harmonia, you know.
Same question. Do you have a soul? Do you have emotions? Do you feel anything?
I feel very strongly about certain things, that's for sure.
You could say that's an emotion. Those are emotions. He looks at Ophelia and Bernard. You are safe then. You are traveling with people with souls.
Hear that, Doctor? They have souls. Who'd have thunk?
Well,
Oh.
I can hear your sarcastic tone. And people born in Ravenloft have a chance of not being born with one, just being empty husks. It's more common than you would think.
Oh, with that... Wait. Doctor, that would explain why, like, all those people that, might show up to our shops are just kind of like a little... I don't know. What's the right
Out of
word?
it?
Derpy? I don't know. They just kind of...
Didn't
the
seem right.
baser instinct type of stuff.
That would be it. Interesting. Anyways, yes.
Dr. Bauer,
Mm-hmm.
when you were analyzing certain people, I mean, I know you kind of dabbled a little in our year of not adventuring. What does all of this make sense to you based on who you had for clients?
Certain things are clicking into the place, you know. Certain pieces are, becoming connected, and I am comfortable with accepting that that is the explanation.
Bunsen looks at Dr. Mordenheim and gives him a strong nod. It's like
All right.
approval. It's just like
So, you say you're doctors and you are seeking this shard that Igor has knowledge of. That's wonderful. We both can help each other a little bit. I'll have Igor...
How can we help you?
Well, Igor's not in the sort of shape to escort anyone anywhere. Look at him. He's... Well... What do you all know about science and magic and that sort of thing?
I would say I know a fair bit about magic.
Okay.
She's a natural. I mean, everything she does, it's almost like she barely has to try. She just, whoo, and it comes right out of her fingertips. It's amazing.
Excellent. How would you say you both are at invention, theory?
I have quite the theories, actually.
Interesting. For the quiet ones, you didn't introduce yourselves.
I'll extend my hand, and I'm Nesla.
He shakes
Our
it.
mom now.
He has it's warm, not cold, warm. There's blood flowing through his veins. He shakes your hand. And he looks at Una a little bit. I'm glad you're wearing gloves. And he holds out a hand.
She goes to shake it. So am I.
And you are...
Una.
Una. Ah. Is there a play on words with that name? And he kind of just turns back to the others. So...
Una looks towards Nesla and just gives him this look of, oh shit.
So, my wife died a few years ago from an illness.
Sorry to hear.
Thank you. And I have been racking my brain since to try to bring her back. I have heard of magic that brings people back. Unfortunately, I am not capable of doing such things. I do not have any ounce of magical oomph in my body. I just have the brains. You probably would have seen the invention on the top of my home. It leads into a room I call the lightning box. And that is where I try to bring the dead back to life. That is why people around here seem to think I have a fascination with the dead, which I do. But I'm trying to alleviate misery in these dark times, bring people's loved ones back, as we don't really have places that sort of deal in that sort of thing here.
Have you tried, oh, that's right. I mean, I guess I haven't really heard from Ayud. I see signs, and I mean, I guess maybe I choose to see those signs, but
unfortunately,
I mean, maybe you could follow a certain deity, and they might gift you the ability to bring her back.
Unfortunately, deities don't have much power here in Ravenloft. Only two deities have the abilities to commune with those here, and that is the Dawn Father and the Night Mother.
anything against him?
What do you mean?
I mean, why not? Why not choose? Why not pick one of those and be like, well, I really need you right now, and maybe if you could bring back my squeeze.
I don't really believe in that sort of thing.
Okay. I mean, I understand. I'm
And the stories I've heard about the Night Mother bringing people back, don't really want to dabble with that. I don't want my wife coming back as a vampire if it were to be true.
yeah. I mean, but based
That
on
would really suck. Yes.
yeah,
For sure.
based on what we've seen already, every time you bring someone back, it does kind of take with some consequences.
But then he kind of looks at Ophelia and Nesla a bit.
That is the thing I am most worried about. Bring the dead back here. Stories tell of consequences.
So what do you have in mind?
Well, I want to see if my experiments are right and if my calculations are correct, my theories and my inventions may have the capabilities of doing said task. He looks at Igor. It worked before, but he's like, Master, no! That experiment rebelled and killed lots of people and currently resides elsewhere as the Dark Lord.
Ah,
Of Lamordia. This domain you're in right now is called Lamordia. He is the Dark Lord of it now. His name is
Where's-
Adam.
where does this possible monstrosity hang out?
Don't tell them, Master. He'll kill them. He may. I don't advise going to look for him. He resides, well, from what I've heard from whispers, he spends most of his time on the Isle of Agony on part of an archipelago known as the Finger.
Oh, I think we probably would have gone right by that on our way here.
Ah, you took the ocean? Interesting.
Yeah, one could say.
You must be brave souls to brave those waters.
Totally, 100%.
Oh well, we did kind of encounter something that was a little beyond us. A couple of us were not so fortunate.
Everyone here seems fortunate.
Right. Well, I mean, let's say if we had 6 people, we'd be down to 4.
He's doing an insight check.
Shit, okay.
It's a no.
Bunsen got a 5.
All right. 11.
So I mean,
11.
So based on how you have been interpreting insight checks, I guess you can go off of that.
Just nods and continues on.
Yeah,
So-
but it was really rough. I mean, we came aground on this ship, and it was
Interesting.
like a completely different entity with some crazy barnacles on it. It was pretty nasty.
Interesting. Looks at Bernard a little bit. Do you speak a lot when you're nervous? There's no need to be nervous.
Ophelia's bristling right now, just kind of getting closer to Bunsen.
I promise there's nothing to be nervous about. I am just a academic man with academic interests.
Neat.
And like Bunsen's lips kind of come together really quick, so it's just you don't see his lips at all. It's just a line.
Okay.
Because he's doing this.
All right. Come with me. And Igor gestures for you all to leave before him. Guests first.
Ophelia will offer her non-metal arm to Bunsen.
Yeah, okay.
It's okay.
All right.
I'm not going to let anything happen to you. It's okay.
And you guys follow him out into the hallway, and he's got the candelabra again. And he's just slowly
God, this is...
walking up the stairs. And you can hear like thunder and lightning, and you look at the window, the stained glass windows, and it's just blood running down them from the outside. The blood rain is heavy today.
Look to Una and hold up my glass. Well, to our new souls. Down it and set it down and follow.
Una does the same.
So, why are you looking for these shards? I don't think digging into Lord Soth's path is a good idea.
I believe my friend, the doctor, mentioned to you that we are trying to go home. And we needed to go home.
Interesting. Yes, I can't imagine being here is a comforting experience.
It's really not.
And he kind of just leads you guys continuously up, holding the candelabra. And eventually he approaches these two large, 10-foot tall iron doors. He's like, you might not like what you see. If you have weak stomachs, I apologize.
Oh boy.
He grimaces a little bit and just opens the doors. And a stench of death just wafts out from inside. And he walks into it, and you see it basically just seems like he's used to it at this point, like he's not grimacing or anything. Igor kind of pulls out a little, like, really soiled handkerchief and kind of puts it to his nose and just walks in. No, don't worry, nothing will bite in here. Come.
All right. And Bunsen steps in first.
It smells like death, and there's just pieces of weird, amalgamated, like, equipment.
Like, you guys hear Bunsen as Bunsen goes in. He's all right. He goes in, and you hear him go.
Yes, the smell is quite bad. And on a table, you just see the corpse of maybe a 20-year-old man who's just severely rotted beyond recognition almost, and his head's like weird like tubes and wires like stuck into his body, and like a weird like metal cap on. It's connected to a big machine, and he's like, so the reason the citizens may not be so fond of my experiments is I kind of grave rob from time to time.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I have also been accused of grave robbing.
Excellent. We're all in a different moral shade than the rest of everyone. Then good. I basically equate it to if you were an adventurer or one of those types who goes into tombs to steal things, you're a grave robber as well. Nobody really likes that kind of equation, but it's the truth if you think about it.
Well, I have heard, at least some of the other archaeologists have gone by, is that if something is old enough to where no one remembers it, then you're not robbing anything, you're discovering it.
The spirits remember.
I mean...
Anyways.
Sure.
he kind of just takes a blanket and puts it over the corpse. And you also hear like a bubbling, like a bloop, 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 bloop.
I hate that.
And nearby there's like a big glass tank, maybe 10 feet tall by 10 feet wide. And inside is just a big fucking brain attached to a life support system. Nesla, it is not the same brain. It's not the same brain from the vision. Yeah. But it's big.
The brain is not your ally.
It's
You
a
can still see that I'm
Yeah.
nervous.
But it's a big, it's a big brain, like maybe 5 feet wide. It's just kind of floating in this tank. And he's like, yeah, so that's the thing.
Yeah, no, wait, what is that? That is ridiculous.
I call it the living brain. Watch, come here, I'll show you. And he walks over to the tank and he just taps on the glass. And it just says, "Hello, is that you, Master? I told you to stop calling me Master. My name is Victor. I have found a way to sustain a single brain in this liquid and keep it alive after death. Don't know why it got so big. That's the thing I'm trying to sort out.
Yeah, hey, what's the name of this bird?
Marcus.
Okay, alright. You know, it has to be called Marcus. Nice to meet you, Marcus. I hope you're doing alright. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can.
Okay, great. Awesome. Love it. Uh, uh, have fun. Ooh.
Again, I said it's not for everyone in here. But that is not what I want to show you. And he's kind of like, you see he's kind of hiding research notes. Like as he passes by, he kind of just scoops them into his coat. I don't want to. You know how it is with doctors. We like to.
Of course.
Nonchalantly, I'm looking around on the ground for any liquid.
No, there's no liquid whatsoever. Aside from the smell and the weird corpses, it's relatively clean in here. And eventually he leads you to another set of stairs, and there's this weird kind of metal box that looks like a prison almost, and lots of wires running into it, machines attached to it, and the box is just pulsing with electricity. I call this the lightning box.
Fitting.
It is a torture implement that I found and sort of repurposed for something. And he kind of pulls a lever near it, and the stone, the floor kind of slides away for a second, and a little bed kind of rises up, made of like a metal bed, big enough for one person to lay on, and there's a figure strapped to it. And it's a woman that looks very similar to the one in the portrait with him, and the body is, rotting and decaying. And he's like, "I'd like you all to meet my wife. This is Elise von Brandhofen."
Looks like she woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Your humor is not appreciated.
I'm sorry. Maybe, we, I imagine you showed us this for a reason.
Yes. Do you know of any way how I could bring her back?
At a cost, yes.
I am willing to pay any cost.
I mean, that's one of the problems with the dark powers.
You don't need the dark powers. Don't believe. How long has she been dead?
A year or two.
I would have to do more looking into it, but I believe there might be a spell that a cleric of, the Dawn Father, or whatever you call him here, could perform.
Clerics don't really reside in these parts.
Bunsen goes to speak, but then stops himself. then looks at Dr. Bauer.
I wish I could help you right now, but I don't know that magic.
And he's just silently staring at the corpse of his wife, and Igor is just like, Master. Master. And it's just silence.
Dr. Mordenheim, you know, there's another option that I think you're failing to look at right now.
And what is that?
You know, you could always just find another awesome gal out there. Like, there'd probably be tons and tons of people, you know, lining up at your doorstep. That's another option.
There is no other option for me. You must have never been in love.
Not that I can remember.
Ouch.
Una just looks towards Nesla.
And he kind of turns around and looks at Una and Nesla for a moment. I know the smell of death. How did you two come back? It's recent on you.
I don't know what you're talking about, bud. At all.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure you've just been in your lab too long. Death is everywhere here.
No, you may be right. He turns back around and keeps looking at his wife. Adam. Why did Adam succeed?
Well, what was different?
Nothing.
Was it?
Well, I mean, like, what was up?
Nothing was different. I did everything exactly the same.
Well, maybe, at least from what I've heard, I mean, maybe Ayun has gifted me this knowledge, but from what I understand, if a person doesn't want to come back, they won't, no matter what. If your wife is at peace, then
how can she be at peace if
no
she
matter
was
what
murdered?
you do, she may never.
You see,
I mean,
I said an illness, but she was murdered.
well, maybe that might be the difference there.
I need everybody to give me
The way
perception
of
checks.
death might be the way of life.
Okay.
I'm not good at these, yo.
Can't do passive?
Nope.
God damn it.
Natural 20, bitches.
Okay.
Ooh, I got a 10.
Okay.
You said deception?
No, perception.
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 And don't forget to take 3 away from all your rolls, Una.
Yeah.
Yeah.
26.
Okay.
24.
Alright, Nesla, Una, and Ophelia. There is a stench of, like, decay coming from his wife, but you can look at her closely. She's not undead. She's not dead. There's just, like, she's drooling a little bit, almost like she's vegetative. Like in a vegetative state.
Magical about it?
You don't detect anything magical.
So, yeah, from what I've heard, maybe there is just something around the way that the person died that made Adam's resurrection succeed. And your wife, what is your wife's name again? Sorry,
Elise.
Elise. I'm sorry. I feel like it would be more kind to refer to her by her name than just, you know, your wife.
Adam killed her and then killed my daughter.
Oh,
Oh, what about your daughter?
Pardon?
I mean, like, why not try to bring them both back?
Because there's no body to bring back from my daughter.
Oh, that's terribly sad. I'm sorry.
So how did he kill them?
He strangled my daughter and then I don't know what he did with the body. My wife, he just strangled her as well. I found her on the floor.
Hey.
Try and insight that.
No need. Just being honest.
I'll walk over to the body.
It's in a metal cage. It's currently amplified with electricity. There's no way in.
As it looks like you got something brewed. What's
Yeah,
going
he
on,
kind of sees
buddy?
you just approach the
Thinking
cage and
about
goes, looks at you, goes, yes.
How close is the body to the cage?
It's like 15 feet inside the cage.
Would you
Before you
allow
do-
us to examine her?
The doctors, I will.
Doctor of Love, but okay.
That doesn't apply here. And he kind of just...
Put it a smack Nesla.
He pulls another lever. The electricity doesn't turn off, but a door, like one of the iron gates, kind of like raises up into the air, like durr.
Yeah, perhaps I could examine, kind of figure out what might be going on here.
That would be appreciated, thank you.
All right, I'll have a look. I'm
I'll
terribly
help.
sorry. This isn't my area of expertise, but maybe the other good doctor can help me. And
Yeah, whatever you need.
okay, all right. Yeah, we'll have a look and see if we can help in any way that we can.
Okay. And he's like, you walk in. He's like, okay, unfortunately, I do have to close the gate, or the electricity could spread and be catastrophic to the other, to everyone in the laboratory. You'll be safe. Just don't touch the walls.
Neat.
And he
Good
pulls
to know, good to know, good to know.
he pulls a lever down, and the gate closes. He's like, the electricity won't get turned off until the storm's over with.
Cool.
Just be
Okay,
careful.
I mean, Doctor, like, Dr. Mordenheim, you know how this kind of looks a little weird from my perspective?
I understand completely. I'm not a fighter.
Yeah, I know. That's probably why you trapped us. I mean, that's kind of
If
what it
I
looks
wanted
like.
to trap you, I would have put your two friends in too.
Right. I'm just saying, I'm nervous. You're making me nervous.
And you make me nervous coming in here with weapons and everything.
Bold of you to assume they are our friends.
All right, let's do this. All right,
And he'll go and have a look.
You can see her breathing a little bit. And just drool coming out of her mouth, but her eyes are open, just staring like fixed up, and they're glassy. She looks dead.
Can I inspect further, or is
You
that
can
what
certainly
my?
try.
All right.
Medicine check.
I just want. All right.
And I am helping.
Okay.
So
None of us have good wisdom, but there it is.
we're not this kind of doctor.
Yeah. That's a nope. I got an 11.
Yeah, you don't see many.
So I would have
else.
stabilized her, but no.
Nothing to, yeah.
I mean, I guess part of the problem here might be that, You can't bring someone back to life if they're not quite dead yet.
She is dead. I saw Adam strangle her to death.
I mean, but you could see this though, right?
No, I did not see it. What am I looking at?
She's breathing.
No, she isn't.
But you said she was, Justin?
I did.
Okay. She's, I see it right here.
And he'll put like a, what's he got? He's got like a thing here. He'll put an oil flask on her, a clear one, so that he can see the water kind of move as he puts it. So he's going to put it on her chest,
Okay.
so that when it rises up, you'll see the water move.
I don't see anything. What are you talking about? It's still.
I mean,
and he looks at Dr. Bauer.
It's moving for me. Like she's
Yeah,
breathing.
everybody else can see it moving.
Dr. Mordenheim, forgive this question, but are you blind?
No.
Are you sure about that?
100%.
maybe you're cursed to believe your wife is dead?
That would make no sense. Why would that be?
I'm just grasping at straws here because she's breathing and you're not seeing that she's breathing.
He turns to Nesla and Una. Were you sent here by the villagers to give me false hope?
Not unless the villagers are from Harmonia.
They are not. I don't see anything about this breath you speak of.
Well, I mean, either it's us or it's you. Either way, we gotta figure something out here. Because if you're trying to bring her back and you're doing experiments on this body, you must understand that, the body's already living and it might maybe already have something else in there that's preventing your wife's soul from filling it, her own body.
I haven't done any experiments yet, just put her in that room.
Have you fed her? I don't understand how she could even still be alive.
Why would I feed a corpse?
Again, I do not know. But she's breathing. And, maybe that's us, maybe it's you, but we should probably try and suss out which of us is seeing things here. I'm not quite sure how. Maybe I could think of some. Anybody else got some ideas on who's the one that's seeing stuff?
Master, they're not lying. You too, Igor? No, interesting.
Una's going to pull her water skin out that had Ophelia soup in it, and just be like, can she put her hand through like the cage without getting electrocuted? No. She's gonna hold it out towards the door and just be like, Bunsen, Ophelia.
They wouldn't be able to reach it either with the door closed.
She's just like putting out and like talking to him, being like, this knocked your socks off and you guys had the best sleep of your life. She's kind of out of it. Maybe this will wake her up.
Do what needs to be done. And he throws the lever and the door opens again. Shh.
Ophelia will take the soup.
Okay.
Her soup.
It's very worth a shot.
And he closes the gate again.
If that doesn't work, why don't we just stab her and make sure she's really dead?
Oh boy.
Igor.
I'm giving you two options, guys. The soup, I think, is the best route, but
I think we have more than 2 options, Una.
He looks at Una for a second. I'd kindly ask you personally to leave the laboratory for the moment, please. You can go relax in the restroom and drink all the wine you want. Get out of my sight.
okay, I apologize. And she'll just walk out, kind of look at Nesla, just keep going.
Igor, go follow. Yes, master. And he kind of just hobbles after very slowly.
Igor, you're a good person.
Thank you.
Know that you're a good person and we appreciate you.
He knows.
I'm going to try to slip out and follow Igor.
Yeah, you can leave too.
Just leave us trapped in the box of lightning. Haha. All right.
Excellent.
He's like, okay, do whatever you're going to do.
Okay.
I mean, hey, guess what?
And he's gonna look at Dr. Mordenheim.
I mean, this probably won't work, but I mean, like, it might. So we're just gonna try it. We won't make a mess.
And he's gonna look at Ophelia like, don't make a mess.
We will try our best to not make a mess.
So this is the final serving of the stew.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Huh? Do I just dump it in? Like, how do I give it to her?
I mean, you might want to help her chew a little bit at a time. Chew, chew, chew. Maybe like
Okay.
massage the throat a bit.
I will pour
It's
it.
not gonna look very graceful, but
You pour it in,
You help her chew and swallow.
and as soon as it touches her tongue, she bolts up right on the table. And Dr. Bordenheim's like,
Lavender.
it worked! And
It worked.
he's just overcome, he's just staring. And she kind of just looks at both you and Bernard and goes, Saviors?
wait, what?
You saved me?
I mean, maybe. How are you, Elise?
I'm fine, I was strangled to death.
Oh, so you were dead.
Yes. I can picture the veil. My soul trying to leave, and it never worked. I knew it. I told you all.
Wow, we kind of owe Una for this one.
And then her vision
really
kind of
do.
just fixates for a moment. She slides off the table. Off the chair, rather.
Nice.
Smiles a little bit. And shoves Ophelia into the electrical cage.
Do I have a reaction to stop any of that?
We'll see.
Okay.
Just roll straight d20.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Okay. Straight D20, I got a 12.
Yeah, she goes to push Ophelia, and you can do something. Mordenheim's like, no, what's happening?
I put my arm behind Ophelia and use my other hand to push her back onto the bed. I thought she was shackled.
She wasn't shackled, she was just laying on it.
Okay.
She doesn't budge when you go to shove her.
Like my hand goes through
No.
her, or my strength just won't
You don't budge her.
budge her? Oh, dang. So I put my hand behind Ophelia and I go to shove her and I move back.
No, you just don't have any, like, momentum to push. You, like, block the push, but you just don't have enough momentum to push her back.
Okay.
And she just stands there looks down at you. Well, not really looking down.
Wait.
She matches your height, basically.
God damn, she's tall.
She's tall.
And she's pretty,
Yeah.
and she's kind of buff. And,
He's like
Oh.
6'6".
yeah.
I am intimidated.
And
Is she cute?
She's
And-
dead.
And
I mean,
she says, you shouldn't mess with death, husband. He's like, what's happening? And he what? He kind of backs away a little bit. What are you talking about? Elise? What are you doing? And you guys hear an audible, like a bone snap in her neck, and her head kind of just goes limp to the side.
A bone snap in her what?
Neck.
Ugh.
That's not good.
And then her head just explodes like a melon. And
We didn't do it.
And something drops to the floor and scurries around and hides under the bed.
Bunton's gonna pull out his sword, try to lift up the bed, and fucking hack at it.
Okay. Ophelia and Bernard, roll initiative, please.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I know we said we weren't going to make a mess, but I don't.
He's
feel
just,
about
Mordenheim's
it.
just wide-eyed, just,
Fuck.
what happened?
Did my suit?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, her head just popped like a melon. Okay. Alrighty, what'd Bernard get?
Bernard got a 9.
Okay, and Ophelia.
Oh wait, I have advantage actually. Give me a moment. Sorry. Scratch that. I got a 15.
Okay, what's your dex modifier?
0.
Okay, you do not go first.
Okay.
Ophelia, what'd you get?
Natural 1, which makes it a 1.
Okay. So yeah, Bernard, you run over to lift the bed up, and as soon as you lift the bed up, intelligence saving throw.
Oh boy. Shit.
That's an 11.
That just fails. You take 11 points of psychic damage,
Mm-hmm.
and ooh, your intelligence score is reduced by 16.
16?
Yeah.
16.
Yeah.
We fucked up.
So I have an intelligence of 4.
Okay.
We fucked up.
And
What does
that's-
that? What does an intelligence 4 mean for Bunsen?
you are
Justin.
stupid, can't
Like I don't know
You can't
language,
you don't know language, you can't string together sentences, you can't talk properly.
but I can at least be animalistic in
Yes.
the protection of
Yes.
those who I have emotion
Yes.
with. Okay.
And looking under the table, that's when you see the creature that popped out of the head. A brain with 4 legs just laying there. Just
Bunsen reels.
and then it's going to make a claw attack against you. You will probably not hit it. Natural 20. Okay. You take 19 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And that is the end of its turn. Bringing it to you.
And he's gonna attack 3
Okay.
times with his
Yeah.
with his long sword of warning.
Mm-hmm.
Not in any like martial sense, but
Okay.
as like an animal going like whack whack whack.
Okay.
14.
Hits.
Okay. 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
Shit. I didn't do anything with this. Would you allow me to use a bonus action? Or do I need to finish the rest of my attacks before
You
I
have
do
to finish
the
the
bonus
rest
action?
of your attacks.
Okay. All right. 15.
15 hits.
That is 13 slashing damage.
Okay.
25.
The hits.
And that is 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
And bonus action. Bonus action. Oh, he can't say words.
Nope.
So he can't speak the runes.
Nope.
Okay. That makes sense. So instead he will just bonus action second wind
Okay.
and roll a d10 to see how much health he gets back.
Okay.
And that is 18.
18. Okay. That'll bring it to Ophelia. Bernard's just like bumbling, just like blah 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 blah.
He's like, instead of, he says like odd, like, he says like odd words like
Purple. Pickle.
Bernard, what is wrong with you?
Gabaga Savaga.
Victor, you need to let us out of here right now.
He's just frozen. Just like
Bunsen, when he says his nothingness, he points at the thing, like, but he's got this look on his face, like, hit it.
Can I see it? Or move into a position where I can see it?
like the little brain thing.
Whatever Bunsen is attacking.
Bunsen lifted
lifted
up
the table.
the,
Yeah, it's right
the
there.
entire
Okay.
bed. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And it's just like sitting there, a little creepy little pink brain with little like clawed feet, just like.
That is disgusting. Pew pew fireball. Just
Okay.
Victor,
Yeah.
let us out of here.
Mm-hmm.
21.
Hits.
10, 8, 9, 7. So it is 16 plus 7. 23 points of fire damage.
That's a good firebolt.
Just scatters it into pieces. Bernard is still.
Yeah. He drops the bed and it's just like
Bernard, what is wrong with
Let me
you?
see exactly what an intelligence of 4 would do.
I'm pretending like it's some type of brain damage to where he just can't get the right words out. Intelligence scores and what they mean.
All right, here we go. So, an intelligence of 6 and 7 is often misuses and mispronounces words. Here we go. I got a whole list for it. Intelligence of 2 to 3, barely able to function, very limited speech and knowledge.
But I'm 1 point above that. So that's good. I'm at 4.
That's right. So,
So I'm at least able to communicate maybe with body language, but my words are completely gone.
well, let's see as I pull that link back up again.
Okay, cool.
Often resorts to charades to express thoughts.
Excellent.
Perfect. I nailed it. I nailed it.
But can't speak. And Mordenheim is still just like frozen. He's just like, Elise?
Bunson's just gonna
Look at him and just be like,
and
point to the door.
And he kind of just sits down on a stool, just.
Victor!
And eventually, Una and Nesla, you guys are sitting down in the restroom, and Igor approaches. He's like, I heard commotion upstairs. Hello?
You think it'd be wise for us to go back up there? You know, I guess technically I threatened his wife, but
He hits you in the shin with the cane. Just,
hey.
come on! And he kind of just starts limping upstairs.
Una finishes the rest of her drink, puts it down on the table, just smacks Nesla on the shoulder.
Okay.
Okay, let's go see what this commotion is.
Okay.
Hope they didn't wake the dead.
So Igor leads you guys upstairs and into the lab. And you see Mordenheim just sitting on a stool, just staring at
Ophelia's
the floor.
flipping her shit
And
out
in the lightning box, you can see Ophelia just like losing her mind. Mordenheim's wife's body is on the floor, her head is exploded, and Bernard's just looking around, drooling and bumbling to himself.
and he's pointing at the door.
Victor, you need to let us out.
Elise? What happened to Elise?
Bunsen just sits on the bed like,
I'm gonna use dramaturgy to make my voice very loud and just be like, Victor, let us out.
Elise, she died. And Igor kind of just limps over to and opens the cage.
Ophelia, I know that soup was supposed to be flavorful, but I didn't expect it to be a literal flavor explosion in your mouth. Would you like to tell me?
Una, you can
what
shut the
just
fuck up right
happened?
now.
Hey!
Mordenheim stands
whoa.
up. Just stands up.
Victor, I know what it is like to lose the one you love. Okay? I understand that feeling. I understand wanting to do everything to bring them back. But whatever that was, it was not her.
Kind of just walks over to the tank.
Victor,
And grabs a scalpel that was sitting there.
Victor, what are you doing?
She only dies if her memory dies. As long as you remember her, she's still alive.
I can make another.
Victor,
I can make another.
Another wife?
I can make another one. I can do it. I've done it. I can do it.
Una walks over to Victor and tries to grab the scalpel out of his hand.
Natural 20. He stabs you in the neck. Just.
Oh, come on, man.
this little green frog, or this little, what color
Blue.
is she?
Blue.
Little blue frog person. She like hops up to take the thing from him, and as she does it, he's just like,
You take 36 points of piercing damage.
Can you
And you
dodge
just-
them?
You can. And he just kind of pulls the
Okay.
scalpel out and just sits down again. I can make another wife. I can do it? Yes, I can. Igor already hit the lever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, Bunsen is outside of the cage now, and is just kind of doing this.
You're all supposed to help me. It's your fault she's dead again. It's your fault. You killed her.
Ophelia's gonna stand in front of him and just kind of put her hands on his, but not try to take the scalpel. And just kind of like,
Okay.
Victor, I know what you are feeling right now. Okay? You want someone to blame, and that is fine. If you want, blame me. I don't care.
Okay.
That was not your wife. That was not her.
I can make another one. You're right.
You can try, but it won't be her.
It will.
No, it won't.
It will.
Does Bunsen understand language?
Nope.
Okay, so he's not understanding what other people are saying either.
Nope.
Okay.
Una just looks to Una's like has like hand on her neck, just looking at Ophelia, and just like, don't blame Ophelia for anything. Blame me, okay? Let's just keep taking your anger out on me, not my friend here, okay?
Okay. I can make a new one. I'll use
How?
you. And he stands up. I can
Oh.
use... I'll use you. I'm good at cutting. I'm a surgeon.
Is Bunsen picking up on any body language that might put him on edge?
Given insight with disadvantage.
Well, I don't have any pluses to wisdom anyway, so it's probably not a good shot. But yeah, no, that was a 4.
Just
so.
maybe it looks like a guy whose wife who had her head literally explode.
Yeah, okay.
He's probably gonna be all over the place. I'm good at sewing things together.
Victor, you don't want to do this.
I do.
Don't play God, Victor.
I'm gonna go make sure the doctor gets back to the carriage.
I didn't say you could leave. It's your fault. It's all your fault. She died. Master, just stay calm. And Igor kind of approaches him. And Victor kind of just puts his hands on the side of Igor's face, kind of like for comfort. And Igor's like, "That's right," and snaps Igor's neck.
Bunsen goes over and starts cutting at that guy at Mordenheim.
Okay. He
Because
just sits back down in the chair.
Yeah, and Bunsen's gonna go take his head off because he killed someone that he
Make an attack roll.
Thought was a very good person.
Make an attack roll.
That is a 16.
Yeah. How do you want to do this? He's a noble, so there's not much to it. How do you want to do this?
I mean, like I said, he's just like he went and killed this. What he found was like an innocent person, and Bunsen went and took his head off.
Okay.
He doesn't do it. Bunsen has no means of communicating with this guy. He just sees him as a danger. He just stabbed Una. He broke the neck of someone that he previously mentioned was a friend of his. And he's just going to take this guy's head off.
Okay, you just
in front of
rush
all
forward
of
and
his party members.
Cleave Dr. Mordenheim's head clean off, and it just rolls along the floor, kind of stops after hitting one of the tables, and the body just kind of slumps backwards in the chair and drops the scalpel.
Blood on his face. Dr. Bunsen's going to look at everyone, dead in the eyes, and say, Baba Haba Gablagov. And then turn and start walking towards the door.
Laughter fills the room, though.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Who are you?
No response.
Bunsen, I imagine Bunsen heard like laughter and then someone saying something,
Yeah.
but he doesn't know what they said, and he just like you see his shoulders kind of drop, and he just goes, "Blah."
And there's a shift inside the tank.
Marcus.
And all of the tubes kind of just go slack as the brain disappears. And that's where we're going to take our break. So, if you're in the chat, maybe not a giveaway, there's only 3 people in chat, and I think I'm included. Maybe we'll do the giveaway on the Discord later. So right now,
I mean, there's no problem with yeah.
I'll just do it on the Discord. We're taking a break real quick. We'll be with 5 minutes, everybody, so see you then. everybody, we're back. And, yeah. Bernard walked out. Mordenheim is now headless in a chair. The brain that was in the tank teleported away. And Igor is lying on the floor with a broken neck.
Ophelia
You could do
is losing her
revivify.
shit.
You could do revivify on Igor.
I don't care about Igor right now, though, you know?
Oh.
Like,
Una's going over to Mordenheim and
Mhm.
trying to, like, go into his coat and seeing what research papers he put away.
Okay. Okay.
Fucking
Did you find
smart.
them?
That's A+ move.
Yeah, you do. They're covered in blood, but you can make out some words that weren't splotched and ruined with the blood. Yeah, his entire like lab coat is like turning pink. A lot of stuff about transferring souls and basically just how to bring the dead back to life without magic kind of stuff. And it's mostly just theories, mostly just involving electricity. And then how he found a way to reanimate bodies stitched together, but he could never figure out how to reanimate like a full dead body. He had to like stitch them together, and he created these creatures known as dread golems. And it says that only he can control them and tell them what to do. Otherwise, they will run rampant across Lamordia. So he keeps them locked inside the laboratory. And it mentions they have a hive mind connected to his.
Una
So
turns.
notes aren't done yet. Any pain that either he feels or Adam feels, all of the dread golems feel. And that's something he's trying to figure out why that was the case, but he never figured it out.
And that's all the notes she can read.
Basically, yeah. And it's like diagrams of like bodies being like cut apart and then sewn together, and then somehow them reanimating without any magical intervention.
Una's gonna she's flipping through them, and she just looks up to Ophelia, who's freaking out right now. And
just losing her mind.
She's just like, Ophelia, and kind of just like smacks her, not like smacks her on the face, like not hard, just like, hey, like get yourself together.
What?
Look at this. We have bigger issues than this mini cemetery up here.
Yes, we have a big issue, and it's what the fuck happened to the doctor. Do you not see how he is acting?
Oh, that is
And he's like
we're about to
banging
be
on
in
the
worse
door.
straits.
He can't figure out the doorknob. He's just like blah, blah, blah. And he like punches the doorknob.
That is not my Bernard. Okay?
And that ain't my Bernard either, but we ain't gonna be any of us if we don't fix what we just did.
And how do you propose we fix it? Okay? Jesus Christ.
And the sheet falls off that one bed.
Hi.
Apparently, our friend here had control over these dread golems. So apparently, without him, they're just gonna do their own thing.
Ophelia,
And Una's like pointing to the notes, like,
Yes, I can read. Thank you.
And it lurches up out of off the table. The sheets that were covering all of it just kind of fall off, so it just standing there completely like it was just born into the world.
Okay, yes, I agree. Let's go. Let's all just get out of here. Yeah.
Bunsen's like he can't figure out how this door works, so he's kicking it. Trying to
Okay.
open the door. It's
Nesla,
probably
will
one
you
of those
please
ones
go
where he
help
needs
him?
to pull instead of push, but he doesn't know that.
It's a pull.
He's
Yeah.
kicking at it.
Nesla, will you please go help him?
I'll walk over and put my hand on his shoulder.
All right. The
Open the
golem
door.
looks over at the body in the chair.
Una steps in front of Ophelia.
Dad.
Just kind of finger towards the door.
Mm-hmm.
Slowly, please.
And it lets out
Bernard
a
is holding
scream.
Bernard's holding a bloody gold sword.
And the golem rushes towards you all. I need everybody to roll initiative. Alrighty.
Jeremy, even though this dice tower doesn't roll great for me all the time, it still sounds fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And I love using it.
Same.
It's got that clickety clackety, almost like it's like an old timey pinball bar. You know how the pinball machines have the ding ding, you know, it's got all that machinery and stuff. Putting the dice in your little dice towers hits all those right like audio buttons that just gives me chills, and I'm just like, ooh yeah, that feels good.
Agreed. Speaking of, Una, what'd you get?
28.
Okay. Nesla.
23.
All right. Ophelia.
11.
Okay. Bernard.
13.
Okay.
Or I mean,
Baguette.
All right, Una, you're first.
She's gonna go and try to stab it with her dagger.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
$15.
15 hits, but the dagger does not. It pierces the flesh, but nothing happens. Immune.
Piercing. Cool.
As you stab into it, it just kind of looks down at you and goes.
She is going to. What is it called? Cunning action.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like go back, so she like disengages and try to use bolts from the grave.
Okay.
What do you want?
21 hits.
Oh boy.
Oh, excuse me.
"30 necrotic damage."
Okay, so it hits it. It takes half.
That's something.
And it just goes.
And she's just gonna stand. She's just gonna stay there and just hopefully it'll hit her instead of Ophelia.
Okay, that'll bring it to Nesla.
Guess we're attacking it. Run up. How big is it?
10 feet tall. Sorry.
Ooh.
When it kind of
That's
got off,
big.
when it got off the bed, it was like a normal human height. Then, as soon as it kind of like got angry, its bones kind of like cracked and extended, and it grew up to 10 feet tall.
That would have been nice to know.
Yeah, I forgot. Sorry, guys.
You just stabbed its ankle.
Yeah, 3 feet
ankle
going
biter.
up against 10. I'll cut you real good.
All right. Unarmed strikes.
Okay.
Oh, plus 10 now, so 24.
24 hits.
Ten damage.
Reduced to half.
Are you using your fists?
He is.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Slashing damage, I assume.
I don't know.
Okay. 28
Hits.
and 12 damage.
Reduced to half.
And key point stunning strike.
Let me look at something. All right.
Con save.
Mm-hmm. 18.
Damn.
So you're just like, but it's like.
And bonus action unarmed strike.
Yep.
16.
Hits.
7 damage.
Reduced to half, so 3. So just. Which will bring it to Bernard.
Bernard is primal at this point.
Mhm.
He sees like everything going on, and he's just going to tap within his natural abilities and inclination,
Mhm.
and he's going to run right up next to this thing,
Mhm.
and so that he's not hurting any of his friends, he's pretty much going to grab this thing and cast Burning Hands. Dex save.
Okay. Uh, 14.
That fails. So 3d6.
Mm-hmm.
11 fire damage.
Okay.
And Bunsen goes, and you see him like go and look at everyone else, and then step right in front of this thing and shove it right in its abdomen and area, because this thing's taller than him. Otherwise he'd push it in his chest, but he shoves it in the abdomen area, and you see the fire on his head kind of leave his body and seem to go inward, and then you see a buildup of blue flame in his hands as he shoves this thing, and with that force sends a blue fire into its body.
All right. It's going to use a reaction and absorb that fire and heal itself.
Okay.
Actually, no, it's not a reaction at all. Just one of its features. Never mind.
Okay.
Anything else?
Well, I mean, neat. Bunsen's going to he's gonna bonus action. Oh, he can't say the fucking rune. Shit. He's gonna bonus action Giant Smite because that doesn't actually require him to say anything.
Okay.
So he's gonna get large.
Okay. So you're
Pretty
same,
much double
same
his
height.
size.
So
So
roughly the
he
same
is. Well, he's 12 feet tall now. 12 foot.
Okay.
Um.
Still large creatures. You're
what is
you're
it?
still both large creatures though.
So he's like Yeah. He's like 13 feet big now.
Okay. All right, Ophelia.
Yikes. Can I get it to make an intelligence saving throw? DC 18 against Mind Sliver.
Yeah. 18 minus 2, 16.
Oh, bless. That fails. Oh, 3d6. 10 psychic damage.
Okay.
Did it look like you did anything fancy with that?
Looks like it did something. Blood kind of starts to dribble out of its nose.
Oh, then I'm going to bonus action Mind Thrust.
Okay.
So I need another intelligence saving throw.
1 minus 2.
6. 3, 2, 11 psychic damage.
Okay, nice. Anything else?
No.
Ah, fuck, gets advantage on those.
How far away is Ophelia from this thing?
Based on where everyone was, so that moving probably 30 feet. Or actually, no, if you're all clustered on the door, then 15. Because it rushed at the door with everybody, so it's basically within melee of everyone. Ish.
Cool.
So what's does Ophelia want to add any movement to her thing?
Would moving backwards put me outside the room?
No, because the doors are still closed. And it's an action to open doors.
And she will move to her back as it gets the door.
Alright, you back up 5 feet and you're into the door.
Cool.
Alright, that'll bring it to
That's
the Dread Golem. And it is going to make 4 attacks. First one is going to be a strangulation. 19 to hit Bernard.
That just hits.
Bernard is grappled and restrained.
Oh, actually, reaction.
Mhm.
Defensive runes. Defensive runes.
Okay.
So +6 to that, so it doesn't hit.
Alright, it is going to do it again then. With one of its second attacks. 19 again.
Yeah, that hits then.
So grappled and restrained, and you cannot breathe as you are being strangled.
So these creatures are different from, they're outside the regular grapple rules. So they're similar to like
You'll find out.
Some other creatures
You'll
where
find out.
if they hit, they grapple.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
ropers.
Yep.
Okay.
And you take 13.
I just wanted to make sure that I understood what
Yep.
was happening.
You take 13 bludgeoning damage. And then it's going to use one of its third attacks because you're grappled to fling you behind it. And
I'm a big beefy boy.
I understand. It can still do it.
All right. All right.
So, hold on, I accidentally closed that one by accident. Ah! Okay. So it just throws you behind it. Automatically, it ends the grapple and the restraint. And you go 30 feet back and land prone and take
Okay.
11 bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
And you're
So it's
30
going to
feet
take
behind
2
it.
turns. Yeah, it's going to take 2 turns before I can get up to this guy to even do any damage. So everybody knows.
And then it's going to use its 4th attack against Nesla. Just a slam attack. 25 to hit.
Just barely hits.
Okay, cool. 9 bludgeoning damage. And that'll end its turn, bringing it to Una.
From where it's standing,
Mm-hmm.
Una's going to, because she knows, like, she couldn't stab it, so she's like, but she saw the little magic-y thing did some damage to him. So she's going to cunning action and dash, kind of slide between its legs and cast bolts from the grave, like just like flavor-wise, like, because she's 3 feet, 10 feet, so
Correct.
you just like slide in between its legs, cast and bolts from the grave.
Sorry, Bernard, make a dexterity saving throw. You don't get thrown if you succeed, sorry.
Okay.
I skipped that sentence.
Well, I do have no bonuses to dex, so I got a 4.
Okay, you
We're-
failed,
we're
so yeah, you're thrown.
Same result, yeah.
They can't throw you the full distance because there's not 60 feet in here, so you get thrown 30, and you land prone and take a
60
bludgeoning damage.
feet?
Yeah.
Can I throw people 60 feet?
Nope, because you don't have the features this thing does.
Okay. What if I'm big?
You can try. Yeah, so sorry, Una, you're sliding under its legs and doing bolts from the grave?
Yeah.
Okay.
26.
Hits.
1 moment. (22) necrotic damage.
So 11. Okay. So now you're behind it.
She's gonna... Could she have enough movement to stand back up?
How much movement did you use?
I basically just slid, because I was close to it. Like, I basically just disengaged from it. So I probably used fit. No, I don't think I'd have enough. So I guess she's on her knees.
Okay. That'll
Well, I
bring
mean,
it
like,
to Nesla.
go on. Yeah.
Is it Nesla or Butson?
It's you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to step off of, use it as a step and jump up and go for its eyes.
Okay.
14.
14 hits.
9 damage.
Reduced to half takes 4.
22.
Hits.
8 damage.
4.
11, but natural 1.
It was a natural 1, so it doesn't hit.
Alright. Yeah, that was action, bonus action. Done.
Okay. So you're just standing in front of it. That'll bring it to Bernard.
Bunton's going to stand up,
Mhm.
which uses 15 feet. He's 30 feet away. He uses the rest 15 feet to get within 15 feet of it. And then he's going to use his action to get right up next to it. And then he's going to use action surge, and he's going to try to grapple it. So I'm going to need a strength check on its part.
Okay. 25.
It wins, so it doesn't. Bunsen doesn't grapple it. Seeing that happen, Bunsen's going to instead use the rest of his 2 attacks to hit him.
Okay.
21.
Hits.
All right, and I'm just gonna roll for the other attack
Mhm.
as well. 27.
Both hit.
All right, so that's that's 28 slashing damage.
Okay, reduced to half. So that'll be 14.
Have we noticed anything that hits him?
Nope.
Well?
Nope.
Okay, cool. All right, sweet.
Maybe Ophelia's psychic stuff.
Okay. So let's see. Do I have any bonus actions? I do not. I don't.
Okay.
So that ends my turn.
Okay. And that'll bring it to Ophelia.
We'll do the same thing.
Okay.
So any
16.
that fails. Oh my God, sir. For mine, 7, 4, 10, 15 psychic damage.
Alrighty. It collapses to the ground, face down, and kind of just, not face down, sorry, it collapses backwards. And lands on Una.
The little frog.
Una,
Oh, no.
Una, you take 10 bludgeoning damage.
Fuck.
And
Can I uncanny dodge that?
yes, you can. And its chest opens up, and a beating heart can still be seen beating. Just no effect.
Can someone pull me out from under this thing, please?
Bernard doesn't know what you're saying, but he sees your hands, and he sees that they're gloved, so he's gonna go ahead and grab a gloved hand and pull you out.
Strength check.
Okay. 13.
You pull her out. And the heart is still beating. The body starts to twitch a little bit.
Are we out of initiative?
No. Well,
Whose
technically,
turn is it
yes,
then?
for now.
Sorry.
Technically, for
Yeah.
yeah. Technically, for now.
Okay, then I'm gonna open the door.
Okay, you open the door.
Mm-hmm.
And you already said that Bernard striking that
Yeah,
thing didn't
sword
do
didn't
anything,
even
right?
pierce it.
Ting.
And it's not made of metal or anything. Your sword just didn't pierce it.
Yeah, Bernard, still holding on to Una, I guess, is starting to leave unless she looks like she does not want to come with Bernard.
She's gonna like tug on his like sleeve just to like give him some sort of signal, like put her down for a second.
Yeah.
She's gonna take her glove off and put her hand on the heart to see if some poison
Nothing
does
happens.
anything
Nope.
to it. Oh.
Still beating.
Guys, should we destroy that tank so that head mind thing can't come back?
Well, there's nothing in that tank. It disappeared.
No, but Una's saying, like, should we still destroy it?
I mean, it probably wouldn't do anything. It's an empty tank.
So here's
But
what
if
I'm
it
going to say.
teleports back.
I'm not even.
Unfortunately, Bernard does not understand what Una's saying.
Right, but I'm
I know.
as a player, I'm telling her what was communicated by the DM. Sorry.
I know.
So, in that she would probably just be able to see as her character. in
She
front
did
of her.
say we should destroy it just in case it does come back.
Oh, okay,
So it wouldn't have somewhere to be.
gotcha. Okay, that was my mistake then.
No worries,
But-
fam.
If I overhear that, I'm going to take my immovable rod and try to smash the tank before I leave.
Yeah, you can easily smash it, and all the purplish brine just spills out onto the floor. And the heart's still beating.
Can I pick it up?
It's attached to the chest. You can't even
And it-
take it out.
Mm. Well,
If it can't be severed, fire doesn't work. I don't know.
I'll have everyone make investigation checks if you want to look around
That's
for
not
any
gonna
notes.
work for Bunsen.
If anybody wants to make investigation checks, you can to see if you can find any additional notes about these things.
Una will.
I will, but it won't succeed.
Okay.
Nesla just wants out.
Yeah, the door's open.
E25.
25. There is a book on a nearby table.
Una just kind of looking around and she sees it and she looks at it,
Okay.
starts flipping through it like, what is this?
What's everybody else doing?
Come on. And I walk through the door.
Okay.
Yeah. Bernard, seeing everybody else start to go, he's gonna wave them on and just still keep trying to hit this thing because he's in dummy
Yeah.
mode.
Nothing
and
trying
trying
works.
to destroy this heart with everything he's got.
Is there any extra notes that Una's connecting that might help us?
If there was knowledge about it, it's well hidden in this book, but you do find it because of that investigation check. And it says the hearts of the dread golem can only be destroyed by adamantine.
She just turns to Bunsen and just like, you can't understand a single thing that I'm saying. But we need adamantine, something I don't have and I don't think you have either. She's just gonna yell out, Nesla, Nesla,
Come on.
Nesla. We can destroy this thing, but not at the moment. Do you have adamantine on you, Ophelia? One of you? Keep it in any secret pockets.
And you see my head disappear around the door.
No.
And the chest starts to close.
She's
Alright.
gonna take the book
Mm-hmm.
and she's gonna tug on Bernard's sleeve as like, let's go.
And Bunsen takes the cue and goes to grab her hand, and if she's willing, he's gonna start running.
She's willing.
Okay.
Okay.
The golem stands up, replenished, and
Close
just
the door behind us.
you just see the last thing you see is it walks over to Mordenheim's body and just picks it up and walks away. And you guys get outside the. You get outside the laboratory. You're in the foyer of Mordenheim's manor. Out the door.
Is it still raining?
Yes.
No, I'm gonna let somebody else go first.
Okay.
Ophelia will go out and pop the carriage up.
Okay, it appears.
Open the door and get everyone in.
All right, everybody gets in.
Just what to do next? Huh? What do I do?
I think we need to fix Doctor of a few words over here first.
Mm-hmm.
Any suggestions? You are the doctor of the mind.
I am.
I feel like because you're attuned to the carriage, you would know the effects that sleeping in the beds has.
And examining Bernard, would I know that that would be enough to cure him, or would she think that this is permanent?
No, you would know.
Okay.
You're a doctor of the mind.
I am the doctor of the mind. Shit, it's actually coming into play.
Exactly.
She's gonna gently take Bernard by the arm and just kind of lead him towards the bedroom and just be like, use.
The market does over there.
Sleepy. Come on. Yeah, I want you to save everything you think you're telling me and tell me tomorrow. Okay? And she's gonna open his door and just get him in and lay him down.
As soon as he touches the pillow, he's out. As the bed begins healing him.
Wabadoo.
Before he passes out, a little green diamond appears above his head when he says Wabadoo and then sleeps.
Oh my god. I hate that. Okay. Sleep well, doctor.
Fast forward while you're playing The Sims in bed. Yeah, not a good joke. Anyways, yeah. Everybody else, what's up?
When Ophelia's leading Bunce into the room, Una just kind of goes over to Nesla and just like, guess they're going to the bedroom together. Just like nudges his arm as a joke.
Yeah, from the experience with old Ophelia, wouldn't surprise me.
What kind of experience, Nesla? She just hits him with the book. I'm gonna go put this in the library for safekeeping. And Una's gonna go walk to the library and try to find a place to put this research notebook.
A place magically appears right away.
Okay, she puts it in its place.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to head to the restroom, like the actual like rest area.
Yeah.
And in the proper place this time, I'm going to try to imagine the map on the wall.
A map of Ravenloft appears above the fireplace.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for everybody here.
Okay. I feel like you would know you're the only one who can tell the carriage where to go.
I don't know where to go. Alright. So, Ophelia, making sure the doctor is asleep.
Yeah, he's like...
Gonna gently close the door and find the others.
Yeah, Una's coming out of the library, you see Nesla go into the restroom. I'm going to give it a different name. The living quarters.
So the doctor is probably going to be out for about 8 hours, give or take. But he should be fine. I hope.
Well, 8 hours. You think we should try to get a ways away from here and just let him sleep, or do you think we should try to find a settlement? And as I'm saying this, I'm just staring at the map.
Okay. The nearest settlement to where you guys are is a place called Ludendorf. You'd literally get there within the hour on the carriage.
We need to find somewhere where he can sleep for his full 8 hours.
There are very dense forests around. Past Ludendorf, there's a dense forest that's just at the edge of the domain. There is also the mountains called the Sleeping Beast Mountains. And at the edge of the domain, there is Schloss Albrecher, another settlement known as Neufrechtenburg, and just something called an abandoned estate.
Where's the closest shard? Do any of you remember?
According to the map, that would be
the Shadow Rift.
Yeah. There's only 2 left. It's Shadow Rift or back to the Chapel of the Night.
There's one in Sithicus as well.
Oh.
At the Temple of the Keep the Black Rose or something like that.
Well, going there might give the doctor some time to rest. I don't feel comfortable going to the Shadow Rift without him back up to his full capabilities. But I will leave the decision to you.
Personally, Ophelia, I don't want to go with him anywhere at his current capabilities, so I think it's wise we just take our time and let him do his thing.
I'll look down at my belt. Yeah, I could do with a bit of shopping.
Can we set the pace at which the
No.
the carriage moves? No. Okay.
Moves at a pace of 60 feet per second. Or sorry, 60 feet per 6 seconds.
This is your carriage, Dr. Ophelia.
I missed everything. I just heard Una say, I don't feel comfortable going with him anywhere, and then it just all went to hell.
And that's basically just what Nesla said he could do with some shopping.
Anywhere in his current state.
Yeah. Una wasn't a complete dick.
Yeah.
Only a partial. Come on, it's Una.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but obviously during this last session, there has been a buildup of trust between the 4 of us. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you want to do the shopping here or back in lands where you're more familiar?
The only land that I'm familiar with is rather fucked at the moment.
Fair enough.
Could have some new shopkeepers to swindle out here, Nesla. Try out those skills. It's been a while, hasn't it?
I mean, I do have contacts in other parts, but we don't know exactly how far anything has reached, what's going on in these other settlements. Did we lose her again?
No, I'm here.
Oh,
I think it would be wise to figure out how far it has spread. To see how safe we truly are here.
all right. And Ludendorf.
Yeah, to Ludendorf. Let's go.
All right, Ophelia, you mentioned Ludendorf, and the carriage immediately sets off towards Ludendorf at a brisk pace. And that's where we're going to end the session for the week. To the three of you in chat, including myself.
Including me.
And me.
Well, thanks everybody for watching. Whatever. I don't do it for the viewers. I do it for us. That's what I care about. Thank you guys for playing on the year anniversary of us doing this on Twitch. Holy moly, a year already. Crazy. It'll be our 2-year anniversary of this channel as a whole in July. So that's exciting.
Well, brother, Justin.
Thank you. This whole thing means a lot to me, so I appreciate you guys coming out every week. And let's see what happens next week.
Can't wait.
Goodbye, everyone.